Red alert, guys, we got a month left before this deck goes absolute haywire, but how can we play it until then? Let's find out. Yo, what is going on, you guys? Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Welcome to 2024, the year of Fire King. It's gonna be Rest Grace until Photon Nightmare, but how are we going to play this deck, guys? Until, February 9th, we have to figure out the best way to go ahead and play this deck to make sure that it's consistent and it is as strong as it can possibly be, but also I want us to check out the best strategy to go ahead and play this post-Phantom Nightmare, because realistically in Maze of Millennium, the new Maze set coming out January 19th, we are going to be getting Bonfire, which is fantastic, but we still have to wait for Phantom Nightmare to go and get the new Snake Eye Populous card, so it really won't be as effective until then. So we got a month and 9 days, or 8 days essentially, since the day you're watching this video. It doesn't really count, whatever it might be, math. So today, guys, I want to go ahead and show you guys a quick combo tutorial for a Snake Eyes Fire King build you guys can go ahead and play right now, so you guys can get familiar with the Fire King cards, get familiar with the Snake Eyes card. That way, once Phantom Nightmare comes around, you guys are already used to it, you understand more or less the combos, how it works, and then once Phantom Nightmare comes out, in this video, we're also going to be checking out a quick combo tutorial and deck list for how to play this deck post Phantom Nightmare as well. Anything Fire King related, this is the video for it. Let's get into it. I'm going to show you guys a combo for pre-Phantom Nightmare first, show you guys the deck list, and then we'll do the combo for the post-Phantom Nightmare and the deck list after that. So make sure you guys stay around for the whole video so you guys can go ahead and make sure you get all the information, all the knowledge, all the sauce that you guys are going to need to make sure you're as successful as possible. So let's go ahead and start things off, guys. This is going to be the main combo that you guys are going to be looking for pre-Phantom Nightmare. So let's go ahead and get right into it, guys. So we have our Ponix and our Sinful Spoiled Snake Eyes in hand. So we're going to go do some standard Fire King stuff to start things off. We're going to go ahead and normal summon the Ponix, get the Sanctuary, gets us the Fire King Island. Then we're going to go ahead and activate our Sanctuary and get rid of the Sanctuary. My apologies. We're going to activate the Sinful Spoils and then get rid of the Sanctuary, so that way this allows us to special summon out our Ash from the deck. So with the Sinful Spoils, we have to send another face up card, so either send the Ponix or the Sinful Spoils. In this case, so I do want to make sure that we keep Ponix on the field for what I'm going to show you guys here in just a second. So we're going to go ahead and get that guy out. He is going to get us out the Ash follow-up Ponix additional as well, because we're going to be using this Ponix to link off, which means it's not going to be coming back, so we are going to have to need it for additional follow-up. And we're going to go ahead and kick things off from here. Go into a Link Rebo, then we're going to activate the Ash. Ash has a really cool effect if you guys do not know. This guy actually lets you send 2 face-up cards you control to the graveyard, so you send itself and the Ponix, or the Link Rebo in this case, to special summon any Snake Eyes monster from your hand or deck, guys. So we're going to go ahead and use this effect to special summon Flamberg Dragon, which, if this card is destroyed, lets us actually special summon 2 fire monsters from our 2 level 1 fire monsters, from our graveyard. So we're actually going to go ahead and get those cards right back, while also being able to use this as material, or as fodder, I should say, for the Fire King Island. So Fire King Island's going to go ahead and get our Garunix, and then we're going to be able to activate Flamberg Dragon and Garunix in the same chain link. Chain link 1, chain link 2, Garunix special summon. Flamberg Dragon's going to special summon us back 2 monsters. So essentially what the Flamberg Dragon's going to be able to do is turn 2 monsters into 3. And in addition to that, we are going to get the additional follow-up as well, because we are going to pop Barong from our deck. So we're going to go ahead and keep it going from there. Activate this, pop the Barong. Barong's going to get us follow-up till next turn. We're actually going to go ahead and link off. As long as you leave a level 1 on the field, guys, you guys are going to be good to go, because we are going to go into the Salamangreat Sunlight Wolf, and this is going to allow us to go the Heat Soul route. So we're going to go ahead and link this off. We're going to link off the Ponix, going to Link Rebo again, special summoning it from the graveyard. So what this is going to allow you to do is it's actually going to go ahead and trigger the Sunlight Wolf to get you an additional card from the graveyard back to your hand. And what we're going to do, guys, we're going to go ahead and get Flamberg Dragon directly from our graveyard back to our hand. This gives us an insane amount of follow-up going into next turn as well, because what this allows us to do is pop it again with Fire King Island and special summon again the Ash and Ponix from our graveyard, getting the Ash and the Ponix effect on summon as well. So we're going to go ahead and activate the Heat Soul effect here. We get +1 card. So we're ending turn here. We have the 3 cards additional that we had in our hand. We have the draw 1 from Heat Soul. We have the full extension to go ahead and go again with the Flamberg Dragon into the Ponix, and then we're going to actually go ahead and activate the Heat Soul effect during the standby phase of our opponent's next turn to draw an additional card, and then we're going to guarantee ourselves a Kieran additional to that as well. So we have 8 cards in our hand going into whatever our opponent wants to do as well. So maybe you guys want to go ahead and play the Snake Eyes version. This is probably going to be the best way to do it, just because you can actually go ahead and go Kieran, pop the Snake Eyes Flamberg Dragon. Flamberg Dragon gets the effect, special summon back to Ponix, and the Ash gonna go ahead and get you another original Sinful Spoils, and you get additional Search from Ponix, which you can get into the Sanctuary, or you can actually go ahead and get yourself a Skyburn to go and blow up your opponent's entire field as well. So it has a lot of potential to go ahead and get you immediately set up for the entire rest of the game with just this one combo. Now, as far as the deck list goes, for what I just showed you guys, here is what I'm currently messing with right now. We have a 40 card build that has the Snake Eyes as well as the full Fire King engine for you. Now guys, something I do recommend if you guys want to go ahead and play the Sinful Spoils package, the Snake Eyes package, before Phantom Nightmare, Phantom Nightmare, I don't know why I call it Phantom Nightmare. So if you guys want to go ahead and play that, I would probably recommend playing the Cashier stuff as well, because it does give you a face-up card on the field at very worst case scenario. Best case scenario is an additional interruption for yourself as well, so you do have those amazing qualities going for it. Also, Rise Hard is a pretty special summon. You can also play cards like Tenki, not to activate the effect because you will get immediately drolled, but Tenki is a great card in this specific build because it does grant you that additional face-up card on the field, so you can still go full combo without necessarily needing the Ponix. You can actually just go full combo by going for Tenki and then the original Sinful Spoils. So you can't go full combo like the one we just showed you, but you can easily put this into the deck. Just take out 1 Arvata and 1 Barong, which sounds like it hurts. But it is a potential necessary evil if you guys want to go ahead and play the strategy. You can also take out the 1-for-1 to go ahead and play 3 copies of Tenki as well. I just like playing the 1-for-1 because I think it's a little bit more consistent overall. But overall, this is what you're going to be playing with as well. In addition to some changes I have to the actual extra deck as well. Play 1 copy of Sky Crisis, 1 Pit Knight Early, which actually comes up quite a bit more helpful in the post-Phantom Nightmare build. Anima, Almirage, we got Link Karibo, IP, SP, Sunlight Wolf, Hida, of course. We still got our new copy of Unicorn. Heat Soul is going to be mandatory in the pre-version, so you are going to have to play that. Underworld Goddess is a personal card that I very much enjoy playing, especially in this deck, because it helps you get around really inconvenient cards like Chaos Angel, like getting around cards like Psychic and Punisher, which I tend to struggle with, so playing cards like this help me out quite a bit. If you don't want to play it, you can definitely go ahead and substitute it for like the Dark Charmer, which is definitely very helpful as well. 1 Gear Suit and 2 copies of the Hyung of the Fire Kings. So now we got the pre-Phantom Nightmare, for the love of God, pre-Phantom Nightmare deck list, and we got the pre-Phantom Nightmare combo out the way. Let's go ahead and do some real fun stuff coming February 9th for you guys. What this deck's gonna look like post Phantom Nightmare. Let's do it. Alright, so we're back on the big screen, guys. We're back for the combo tutorial, so you guys can go ahead and see what 1 bonfire can do for you. Just 1 bonfire. This is it. The rest of your hand, complete garbage. Complete. You could have a whole bunch of Mokis and Garnets in your hand. You could have all vanillas in your hand, and you would still go full combo with this. Absolutely crazy. So we're going to show you guys what 1 bonfire can do for you. Let's get into it. So we're going to activate Bonfire, of course. Bonfire is going to get us our Populace. Populace is a broken card. Let's go ahead and start off right off the bat, off the get-go. So Populace is going to go ahead and do its amazing effect to special summon itself for free, of course. Populace effects get us the original Sinful Spoils. We're going to link off into Link Karibo, because then Populace is going to go ahead and be able to put itself in the spell and trap card zone. So why lose out on a monster you can use for link climbing? So we're going to use the effect, put in the spell and trap card zone, activate the Sinful Spoils, send to the graveyard, and then special summon our Ash from the deck. Ash is going to have the amazing effect to go ahead and search out our Ponix. Ponix is going to do some Fire King things. We're going to activate Sanctuary, get the Fire King Island, and we are straight chilling. Okay, wait, whoa, slow your roll, chill. Why are we making Pit Knight Early in this build? Because Pit Knight Early has the amazing effect. If you guys have not read PHNI Early, we can go ahead and read that together real fast. So PHNI Early says the very last line is very important, okay? You can special summon this card. Oh, wait, I read too fast, too far. During the end phase, if this card's in the graveyard because it was destroyed by battle or card effect and sent there this turn, you can special summon this card and you can only use each effect the once per turn. So this PHNI Early is actually going to special summon itself at the very end of the combo, which is going to become extremely clutch because when a card that this card points to activates its effect, you can chain the effect to go ahead and negate a monster effect your opponent controls and make its attack 0, which is extremely good as well. So we're actually going to go ahead and make PHNI Early, link it off, use it as fodder to go ahead and activate our Fire King Island pop Garunix. Because a fire monster PHNI Early was destroyed, we're actually going to be able to activate Garunix's effect. We're going to go ahead and let this play out. Garunix's effect is going to activate to let us destroy our Kieran from the deck. Kieran's going to special summon back the Ponix. We already used Ponix effect to search, but this gives us 2 monsters on the field, and this is very reminiscent of the previous combo as well, where naturally we would go into Linkuriboh under the Silent Wolf, add back the Flamberg Dragon, and then in addition to, we could also go into our Heat Soul. We're not going to go quite that route this time, but it is very, very reminiscent, right? So we're going to activate Linkuriboh, send the Fire King Ash, the Snake Eyes Ash, even though it should be called Fire King Ash, Snake Eyes Ash to the graveyard, and we're going to special summon out the Linkuriboh under the Sunlight Wolf. So Sunlight Wolf is going to again activate to give us our immediate follow-up right to our hand without needing Barong, which is why Barong is not as necessary post-Phantom Nightmare, post-Phantom Nightmare. I still play it. I'm pretty sure I still play it. Anyway, we're going to summon out, instead of Heat Soul, we're going to summon out our Promethean Princess, the Bestower of Flames, which is the singular greatest fire support this deck could have ever received. Any fire deck could have ever received. This card is absolutely crazy. So first of all, what it does, it has multiple effects, which is obviously great. So it takes 2+ effect monsters, so you don't have to play this in just fire decks. It just works really well in fire decks. So you cannot special summon anything, whatever, it has to be fire monsters. Ooh, big deal. So you can only use each effect of the following: Promethean Princess, the Bestower of Flames, mouthful, once per turn. During your main phase, you can special summon 1 fire monster from the graveyard, which is what we're going to do now. And then, next effect, if a monster is special summoned to your opponent's side of the field while this card is in your graveyard, you can target 1 fire monster you control and 1 monster your opponent controls, destroy them. And if you do, special summon this card. So not only is she a fantastic extender for the strategy, she is also an interruption, which is crazy, right? So let's get into it, guys. We're going to go ahead and activate her effect, special summon back whoever we want from our graveyard. It does not matter as long as it's not PHNI Early. So we're going to go ahead and special summon back the Ponix. Ponix is going to go ahead and link it off with the Promethean Princess to go into our landing pod ship Amber Whale, or amphibious warship Amber Whale, which is a much better name. Let's go, let's go ahead and give Konami a little bit of credit on that one. So we got air amphibious blah 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 whale, and we are ending on a PHNI Early pointing at the whale and 5 cards in hand. And that's it. Which to the naked eye might seem like a garbage end board, which loses immediately to things like Nibiru. It's not lose to Nibiru. First of all, it has additional grind game, which special summon everything back. You guys get what I'm saying. So let's go ahead and get into it and see what it actually does. All the interruptions that this deck has by just this 1 bonfire. Also, let's keep in mind, this was all done with 1 bonfire. We went full link climb into the Amber Whale. We got the PHNI Early out. 1 bonfire is all we need. So we're going to go ahead and go draw phase. And we're going to try to do a similar thing on our opponent's end, right? Nope, I realized my face is still blocking it. We're going to go ahead and put my face over here. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and keep it going. We're going to go bonfire, search populous effect, special summon itself, blah, blah, blah. We're going to actually go ahead and chain Kieran. Kieran's going to pop the Amber Whale, which then gives us some additional effects as well. So we're going to summon out the Populace, which we do have Garunix in the graveyard. So Garunix, because a fire monster was destroyed, it's going to give you the special summon itself, which is nice. Amber Whale and Sunlight Wolf are all going to gain their additional effects. So Amber Whale is, if this card is destroyed, you target a link 3 or lower monster in either graveyard, special summon it. So we're actually going to go ahead and target the Sunlight Wolf to special summon it. And we're also going to get the additional effect of Garunix special summon itself as well. So we're going to go ahead and special summon out the Sunlight Wolf under any extra monster zone, either or, doesn't matter, take your pick, because regardless we're going to be summoning out the Hyung fire Xyz monster, whatever, right above it, and we're going to get additional effects that way later on. But let me not get ahead of myself. We're still resolving effects. special summon out the Sunlight Wolf, and we're going to special summon out the Garunix. Garunix effect is going to go ahead and activate, and then Pit Knight as Channeling 2. Pit Knight is actually going to be able to negate the effect of the Populace, which it already got the effect Search off, so this does not work to negate the effect of Populace, whatever, because the effect of Populace already went off. But you guys get what I'm saying. If you guys are going up against like a Sword Soul-less deck and they summon Taya and they gotta activate the, or a much more relevant example, if they say normal summon Hydrant and you do this full combo because Hydrant is not an on summon effect and they have to activate it, you just go this and negate that bitch and you're good to go from there. Or if they summon out Turbulence, Turbulence is not an on summon effect, just go this, negate that bitch, and then they don't get the support. Well, anyway guys, as I was saying, you are gonna pop the Kieran with that effect. Kieran is gonna be able to activate, Kieran special summon back to Ponix. Ponix is then going to allow us to search, and Kieran, still resolving the effect, will be able to pop the Populace. Populace is going to activate Channeling 1 to put itself in the spell and trap card zone on our opponent's turn, which is fine. Ponix searches Skyburn, which gets us the additional follow-up to just blow out our opponent's entire board, and we are good to go from there, straight chillin'. So we're gonna go ahead, and our opponent's gonna go original Sinful Spoils, send the Populace, special summon out the Ash effect's gonna go ahead and special search out, I should say, the Ponix. Ponix gonna hit the board, Ponix effect, search Sanctuary, blah blah blah, Fire King plays, and then we're gonna go ahead and destroy search, activate Garunix effect, special summon Garunix, and the second Garunix hits the field, ladies and gentlemen, we are actually gonna be able to go ahead and go ham on this individual. So they are going to special summon. We are going to special summon out our Hyang. So he's going to go ahead and Kieran first, of course, and this perfectly fine. And him, I mean myself. Just so you guys understand, it's just for combo tutorial purposes. So we're going to go ahead and activate Kieran. We are going to Chainlink to the Hyang and Chainlink 3 Sunlight Wolf because the monster was special summoned to where this guy points to. So we are going to benefit super big off this. We're going to activate the Sunlight Wolf, get back to Kieran, and then we're going to go Hyang, blow up the entire field, and then he's going to go ahead and activate the Kieran resolving to special summon back the Garunix, which is perfectly fine. Now we're going to, because if a Link 3 or lower monster on the field destroyed by battle while this card is in your graveyard, you can banish card for the graveyard, destroy any card on the field. And Promethean Princess also states that yada yada yada, if a monster special summoned to your opponent's side of the field while this card is in the graveyard, target one fire monster you control and one monster your opponent controls and destroy them. So we're going to just get rid of our opponent's entire board. We're going to go ahead and use the Promethean Princess to pop the Hyang and the Garunix on our opponent's side of the field. And then we're going to use the Ambler Whale to get rid of the Sanctuary. That way they can't protect their Fire King Island and they can't exit summon during their opponent's turn, which is fine. And then Hyang is going to get an additional effect, special summon back from the graveyard 2 monsters. So we're going to go ahead and special summon back the Hyang and then special summon back the Garunix as well, which I believe we already used the Garunix effect, so we're not going to get an additional effect that way either. We can actually just go ahead and go Fire King Island, pop the Hyang, and gain additional it doesn't have any materials, but you guys get what I mean. So it's going to have a 3000 attack monster, which you can just go ahead and go clean off from there. And for anyone wondering, guys, this is a deck list that we used for our post-Phantom Nightmare deck list for you guys with the Snake Eye stuff. I think the Snake Eye stuff is ridiculously good. I think it's crazy powerful, adds you a lot of interaction on your opponent's turn, a lot of interruption, a lot of inconveniencing to your opponent, negating effects with Pit Knight early, popping with everything, Ambler Whale, Young, Promethean Princess, everything you have in your deck is popping something on your opponent's side of the field, which is nuts to think about. So this is the deck list that we're going to be going for. If you guys want to go ahead and check it out real quick, we have 1 Flamberg Dragon, 3 Snake Eye Ash, 2 Populace, 3 Bonfire, 2 Garunix, 3 Kieran, 2 of the Arvata, 2 Ponix, 1 Barong, I still play the Barong, 3 Ash, 3 Droll, 2 Fire King Island, 2 Sanctuary, 1 of the Assimilation or Amalation or whatever it's called, but it's called Skyburn in the TCG, 2 Triple Texas Talons, 3 Prosperity, 1 Called By, 1 for 1, which is not really as necessary, but I still like to play. You can actually go ahead and take this out and play the Struggle of Fire Kings if you want. 3 copies of the Imperm, and that's going to be it for the 40 card deck. I do still miss having access to the Kashtira engine just because Kashtira Fenrir by itself can win you a lot of games just by itself. So it is a card that I do very much miss, and potentially taking out the Heat Soul would work out in the event you want to go ahead and play something like Sky Crisis. In this type of deck where you have a lot of advantage and a lot of materials and fodder you can actually go ahead and use on your turn to go ahead and just break your opponent's board. I think that this is going to be really, really good to be able to go ahead and just put that additional cherry on top and just blow out your opponent from there. So that is going to be it for the Snake Eyes Fire King pre and post Phantom Nightmare, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy the full breakdown along with combo videos. If you guys want to see more on this deck, just let me know in the comments, dude. I have, like I said before, I feel like I can make videos on this deck forever. I just don't want to overload you guys with too much Fire King stuff. So if it's too much, let me know in the comments. I really appreciate any feedback that you guys have. At the end of the day, we are growing the community together. So thank you guys so much for a fantastic 2023, guys. I really appreciate each and every single one of you. We have some duels, some live duels coming up tomorrow as well as throughout the week as well. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And without further ado, hope you guys have a fantastic year. Here's to 2024, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.